Are you looking for an option to turn your current HD TV to a smart TV or at least make it run Android? If you answered yes and you want that kind of setup on an affordable price, well, I have something here that might be also under your radar. Stick around. Hello guys, welcome back to my Mumunting channel. Another video again for my pa-unbox segment. What we have here is a device that could transform your TV to an Android device. Well, sort of. Today we will be looking at MXQ Pro 4K TV box. So, sounds like a parody for iPhone commercials. Now let's do a quick glimpse at the sides of its box. Just pause this video if you want to read the labels at the bottom of this box. At first glance, I just find it absurd to also market this TV box for gaming. Okay, so moving forward, it's time to do the unboxing. Jara! As you can see, on top we are already greeted with the TV box itself. The right side is the power adapter. And below is an HDMI cable, the remote, and the instruction manual. Taking a look at the TV box itself, the top and bottom is on a matte finish while the sides are on a glossy finish. On this side of the box is where the ports are located. It supports the old school memory cards and 3 USB ports. Nowadays, it's kind of funny to see that they still support those old SD cards, even though I'm very sure that there are a very few people who use it. Some might not even know its existence. Even though we don't really need it, it's still good to have it there nonetheless. Continuing on the other side is the fourth USB port, a mic, and a headphone port. One HDMI port, an Ethernet port, and lastly, the port for the power adapter. On this side is none, while this side houses the power LED and infrared receiver for the remote, vents on the bottom part, and just the logo on top. Let's start to judge the item. So the boot up time takes 44 seconds before you reach the home screen. And now on the home screen, this is gonna be your UI for the whole time. As you can see, there is an online video tab, recommend, music, settings, local, and my apps. And below is a shortcut to its pre-installed apps, the YouTube, Netflix, and Spotify. Disregard the plus sign since this is an add the shortcut button. Everybody has different needs and wants for these kinds of devices, but for me personally, I'm okay with all these 3 pre-installed apps down here because we use it frequently. Well, except for the Spotify app. And I believe most of you would just disregard those other tabs on the home screen too as well, just like as we do. But I could be wrong, of course. Okay, so to navigate the menu, you could attach a mouse and a keyboard, or just simply use the bundled remote. You can use the remote as an alternative to a mouse. To activate that function, you just have to press this button. The problem is, it's too hard to use this to navigate the UI and it's too slow. You can only choose one direction at a time, either horizontal or vertical. No diagonal directions. So having this as a circle rubber button is just a design thing. What I personally suggest is that go for a portable keyboard like this one's and a wireless mouse for portability and ease of use. If you rely on the remote itself, chances are high that you would be pissed as well. Why, you would ask? It's because it's clumsy, if that's a suitable word for it. You need to press the mouse button on the remote, wait for the pop-up message on the screen telling you that it's activated, and then use the left, right, up, down buttons to highlight items on the screen. If this is expensive, you'll really be pissed because of the response of the mouse movement and its navigation experience overall. You'll get so pissed you'd wish this was using a motion sensor instead. But since it's cheap, you really get what you paid for. Like the saying goes, beggars can't be choosers. By the way, there's an LED on the upper right button that lights up every time you press on the directional buttons, and it does light up even if you're not aiming at the receiver properly. It's just so slow and takes up time just for you to click onto something, and I hate it. Just don't compare it to a PlayStation or Nintendo's navigation using its analog sticks, because you'll hate this more for sure. Using this is troublesome at times, but I found this useful when there are items or buttons on the screen that I need to press and my keyboard just does not want to jump right into. Usually, the tab button on the keyboard is the answer, but on this one, it's a joint effort. So I suggest plug in a keyboard. Just select something portable and wireless for ease of use. Just a reminder though, when you plug in a keyboard, avoid pressing the function keys as they are binded to open some other pre-installed apps. This TV box cannot run multiple apps at once, so opening more than one app is kind of a torture for this device. There are times too that when an app crashes, it's hard to navigate away from your current screen. Those moments when you want to press Alt F4. When the going gets tough, the home button on the keyboard won't be your salvation. As of this moment, I haven't tried out a Chromebook yet, so I am not fully aware of its keyboard functions that might be also applicable to this kind of setup. You can type anytime when a keyboard is connected, but when you want to press enter to proceed, I think there are apps that does not recognize the enter button to say OK or enter or proceed. Sometimes you have to open the on-screen keyboard just to press the enter. Bummer. When you enter mouse mode using the remote, where you last left the cursor would be the exact same place that it would reappear. It won't reset its place at the middle of the screen whenever you activate it. So if you always use that same spot to click something, you know what to do. Okay, so let's try out YouTube. As you can see on this video, when a commercial plays, the screen freezes before continuing the video, but the music starts the moment the video appears. Even when you press skip, there still are inconsistencies that you could encounter, just like now. There's already some syncing issues with the video and the sound, considering this is just a 1080p video. And for those that are wondering, this is the only device that is using our internet right now, so it's a solo connection with 35 MB speed at my disposal.
Quality. Now I'm watching in 480, 1080.
Wait, whoa!
And now to try their so-called 4K. To be fair, streaming 4K videos needs a great amount of internet speed. But if you have noticed earlier, while I was only playing 1080p videos, there are visible signs already that would tell you that it is having a hard time processing things to give you a fluid experience. Another hiccup that I encountered while playing 4K videos is that even the menu is having some delays when you press the menu button, which never happens when you watch 1080p or below videos.
Okay, habol. Stack up. Okay pa mo. Ano na?
Okay, so it's time for my judgment for this product. To be honest, I don't hate this product, nor do I like this. It's just on the middle. So another question would be is that, would I recommend this product? As usual, it's a yes and a no. It's a no because its specifications are very outdated and it's slow. Your phones are most probably much faster, specs-wise, than this one. So I suggest just use an HDMI cable to do a video output of your phone to your TV. And those HDMI cables are much cheaper. Yes, it could be wired, but it outweighs the benefits. Like, you won't be using additional equipments like a mouse and a keyboard, and you could type precisely and navigate much faster on your phone while it's on connected through a wire. The only downside of using a wired connection is that this method is only applicable to phones capable of doing video output through HDMI cables. And if ever you connected your phone via an HDMI cable to your TV, just take note, just keep in mind that it will drain your phone's battery because your TV won't be charging your phone through an HDMI cable. There are times that it's having a hard time playing Full HD and 4K videos. It's hard to navigate and do searches. I'm not saying you would, but you could potentially have problems with updating those pre-installed apps in the future. It also crashes at certain times that could really piss you off. It's not advisable to use this for video conferencing or video calls. It's not ideal to play games with this, common sense. And those are the downsides that I can think of, but I believe you can deal or live with it. And also it's a yes because if you happen to have an old memory card that's still functioning and you want to reuse it, it supports those old memory cards like the original SD card and MMC cards. Price-wise, it's also cheap. You won't be draining any batteries because this device is powered through a wall outlet. You can cast YouTube videos on your gadgets to your TV using this TV box after some initial setup and watch from afar while doing other stuff like let's say using your phones to browse the internet. You might as well love this feature as much as I do. And with that being said, if you always do multitasking with your phone, you can free up some tasks on your phones or lessen your reliance on your cell phones. If you plan to use this for your loved ones who's having a hard time looking at small stuffs like small videos, small pictures, small fonts, small buttons on a small screen, like let's say on our case, we could use this for our parents as a music player or for playing old music videos on YouTube to entertain them. This is definitely a good present for them. It's just reasons like that that would justify your purchasing decisions for buying this kinds of TV box. It's somehow a good gift, to be honest. Alright, that's it for my in-depth look at the MXQ Pro 4K TV box. If you appreciate or like these kinds of video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can also help me reach my goal of having 1,000 subscribers. Again, thanks for watching. Stay safe everyone. Avoid toxicity. God bless.